Walking Wake and Iron Leaves 5-star Tera Raids are back. For anyone who, like me, completely missed the window to get these Pokemon when they were first released in February, we have another opportunity to get these rare Pokemon. The second wave runs from Friday, April 26th right up until May 6th and could very well be the last opportunity to get these Pokemon for quite some time, as Paradox Pokemon are unlikely to make a return in the next series of games, and both of these Pokemon are likely to see use in VGC Regulation G that is just around the corner, so they are definitely worth getting while you can. In terms of these raids specifically, Walking Wake is exclusive to Pokemon Scarlet and Iron Leaves is exclusive to Violet version. However, if you have an online subscription, you can find both of these Pokemon regardless of what version of the game you have through the Poke Portal. For me, both of these raids were quite popular, so it might take quite a few tries before you can actually join a raid, and the raids themselves are pretty challenging, so I would make sure to come prepared. As these raids are 5-star raids, they can technically be soloed, but it is much easier to do online with people who are also prepared. Walking Wake is a bit easier to defeat in my opinion. This Pokemon is normally Water Dragon type, however it will be a Tera Water type that sets Sun at the onset of the battle. In terms of moves, you can expect Walking Wake to use Hydro Steam, a Water type move that is boosted by the Sun, Noble Roar to lower your offensive stats, Dragon Pulse, as well as some Sun boosted flamethrowers. This moveset offers great coverage for Walking Wake. You might be tempted to use grass types for that quick Solar Beam or Solar Blade, but your grass types will get toasted by those flamethrowers, so I would really recommend avoiding using any grass types. For me, I found great success with Azumarill, who is just so stellar in about half of the raids that you can come across. Mine has fully trained HP and attack stats with a moveset of Belly Drum and Play Rough, which is about all you really need for this raid. If you combine this with some well-timed cheers to support the other players, Azumarill is immune to or resists everything Walking Wake can throw at you, so it is quite easy to get off a Belly Drum, and Play Rough should do quite a decent chunk of damage. Some of the teammates I had with me included Miraidon and Bellibolt, which are both excellent at hitting Tera Water Walking Wake super effectively with their electric type moves, and it's also boosted by the electric terrain that Miraidon sets. Iron Leaves is not as easy to defeat in my experience. As a Tera Psychic Pokemon, it really only has 3 weaknesses: Dark, Ghost, and Bug types. In terms of moveset, Iron Leaves starts a battle with an electric terrain set up, which boosts its attack stat, and it will most likely Swords Dance to start. It also has access to Psyblade, Mega Horn, and Leaf Blade, giving it pretty decent coverage. I initially tried to use a bulky support Grimmsnarl to set up Reflect, and then try and do damage with Foul Play on the boosted Iron Leaves. However, its Mega Horn hits really hard, and it can one-shot Grimmsnarl from full health even after Reflect is up, once Iron Leaves has gotten a Swords Dance in. I highly recommend that you bring a Taunt Pokemon and use that very first turn to prevent Iron Leaves from using Swords Dance with Taunt. Once done, you should cheer to boost your team's defenses. This can help an awful lot. I also found that Scissor was excellent here, with access to Iron Defense, Swords Dance, and Fury Cutter, as well as resisting every move it can throw at you. After a single Swords Dance and maybe an Iron Defense, Fury Cutter will continue to build in power and be able to break down the shield quite easily, assuming that the Iron Leaves has not set up its own Swords Dances. Some really useful teammates that you should watch out for include Chandelure, who resists all the moves apart from Psyblade. Annihilate is also excellent, as it has Rage Fist and access to Taunt. However, you just have to be very wary of those Psyblades that can knock you out in one hit. For some reason, Iron Leaves seems to have a timer that moves very quickly. It actually took me 3 attempts to beat it, so I would be really selective of what raids that you try and join, as even if one teammate is weak to any of the moves it has, they will keep getting knocked out and the timer will be gone so quickly. Now, both of these Pokemon can only be caught once each, however, you can still redo the raids even after catching them, and you can get some really useful items. This includes things like bottle caps, ability capsules, PP ups, psychic, and water Tera shards. Let me know in the comment section if you've managed to get yourself a Walking Wake or Iron Leaves, what Pokemon you used to defeat them, and thanks for watching.